Okay. So as I was saying, you've got, you know, the sort of, let me just drag this up. You've got medium, well, not even medium term, just sort of multi-day swing, right? So multi-day swing guys. Here you've got probably some hedge fund guys. Here you've got asset management, hedge fund as well. And then here, and even here, you'll have some asset management as well. In fact, you'll have a lot of both of these. So there's quite a bit of overlap here. And then there's real money. And then this typically tends to be the real money. Big guys, endowment, pension funds, wealth funds, big guys, right, who are not in the market more than maybe, you know, once every couple of weeks, if that, right? They're dipping in and out. It's not that they're not in the market frequently, it's that they may have one idea that they're playing out over months, so they'll be executing and building their positions very slowly. So they just might dip in and out once a week or whatever in clips, basically. All right, so that's what it is. If you think back to the PowerPoint presentation, you can see the overlaps here. So you're just having a feel for what these guys are doing, and then these are the sort of HFT to some extent. Obviously, the HFT are going to be more on the depth of market, but it's really going to be the day traders and locals, as they're known, locals, right, who are just playing sort of the day. So you're bringing it all together. All right, so let's do that. Let's just do the hypothesis for today. So where are we opening up? Let's have a look. And I'll tell you what was going through my mind, possibly. And in fact, let me just get this rectangle on here. So what is that? That's 2. Okay, and apologies, I haven't actually put the point of control on here, but should have. So what we'll do, basically, what I like to do is, I do like to start with the higher sort of frames, right? So I will start with the weekly, okay? You can do this in any order you want, it's up to you, all right? The way I like to do it is, and I don't really have space for the Word document, but you can print this out and you can just type it in the Word document, type it somewhere on your computer, write it down if you don't have space, it's fine. So the way I like to do it is I like to start with the weekly, okay? And I have the same thing in all of them. So hopefully you can see this. Look, it's going to be easier for me because I've only got one screen, right? I hope, forgive me if it isn't, but we don't have DVA today on the week because it's Monday. There is no developing value. It's Monday. It's one day. It's the same as this, right? It's exactly the same. So what I would be thinking coming into the session is that, sorry, I'm just thinking the best way to, I told you I'm terrible at journaling, so I'm trying to think of the best way to organize it so it doesn't look like a mess for you. Right, so what did I say? DVA first, DVA not applicable, okay? Then I would have prior weekly value area. What is it? In fact, I'll tell you what, why don't we do it here? I hope you don't mind if I just do it, just thinking, should I do it in this space here? Yeah, let's do it there. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to make it as clean as possible for you so you can actually see. Let's do it here. So this is how I like to do it. Weekly DVA not applicable, right? Prior value area. Okay, so I don't even write prior week's value area because it's in my weekly section. And where are we? breakout of value, pullback. Okay, so you can write a conclusion, but overall, I'm bullish. Okay, so I'm just going to put an up arrow. Just put bullish. Okay, that's my weekly done. That's it. Okay, how long did that take me? A few minutes. Okay, like I said, you can make it as complicated or as simple as you want. I like to keep it simple. What are we doing here? Again, we've got a problem ahead of us, but we've got space. But let's take it step by step. Sorry, I jumped ahead. So DVA, guys, you should be experts at the DVA. You've done this like thousands of times now over the last few weeks that I've got you practicing in all the tasks. Firstly, would you agree we're imbalanced? We have not traded below the VWAP all month. Imbalanced. Market condition, imbalanced. And what's the rhythm? Fast trend. Bullish. However, I'm just going to write HR, which is however, sorry, I'm limited space, plus 2SD. What that means is we're 2 standard deviations up. We're quite stretched. And then in terms of prior value area, I'm sorry, it is a little bit messy here. Prior value area, what are we? We are in a sort of rotation, but with space. So actually it's quite bullish, isn't it? Because what are we doing? We're rotating within the previous month, right? And when we're rotating, where's the target? It's usually the other side. So return pullback, but I would say bullish, target sort of this area, right? So you can call it target the, what do you call it? Value area high. Static value area high. Quarterly, what's going on here? Well, you see, there's a bit of conflict here because we've got, what's the DVA? Let's start with the DVA. Market condition is what? Rotational. What's the rhythm? You know, I would say that the rhythm, we've tested like the 2SD, 1SD, so I'm not going to make a note of it, but I'm happy that this potentially has some good opportunity to really go further because we've obviously been down here already. So as in we've tested extreme, so there's no reason why, having gone above VWAP, that we can't go and test the other extreme and maybe take out some of these stops that are above here. It seems perfectly plausible. That's what I would be thinking. Okay, rotational has space above, so quite bullish, and then prior value area, right? It is a problem, right? The prior value area is here. We're imbalanced down, so it's a problem. However, we've got a gap up to there. Okay, so if price was up here, I'd be more concerned about trading straight into my prior value area low, but it isn't, right? It's miles away. Prior value area space 2 prior value area high. Okay, and then yearly. What you'll notice, guys, with a lot of this stuff, you'll be able to keep the same hypothesis for each one for a week because it's not going to change much, right, as the week goes on. Okay, and yearly. So clearly it's a similar story, isn't it, to everything really. I mean, we've broken the normal trend. DVA, sorry, my handwriting's terrible. Normal trend failed. Okay, I know it looks like I'm writing a different language, but it does say failed, and possible slow trend, or rotation. Because we don't know, you know, it could well drop off and continue the sell-off, but also the more time it spends here and builds value, it could just snap, right? So I'm happy to go with what this is telling me at the moment. You can see it's clearly telling you the market's bullish, right? Obviously, we need to tie that in with other things we're seeing in terms of our daily DVA, etc., etc. But to me, it seems either way. Okay, I'm happy with this. You saying potential slow trend to begin? We don't know because it's only tested it once. Potential rotation to begin because the normal trends failed. Maybe, yeah. I'm open to both. So, you know, you could say either here, really. I'm open to either. My point is, if my weekly, monthly, quarterly are bullish and my yearly says either, I'm open to it. Right? Do you see what I mean? It helps me. It's not telling me not to go long, is it? It's just saying we don't know. So that's very helpful to me. So that's those three done, right? Let's have a look at our... What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these down here because I don't know how much they're going to change throughout the week. The CVAs clearly could change. So CVA, I'm going to put it up here. In fact, let's come back to the CVA and you'll see why. Let's do DVA first. And this is the day, right? So we've done weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. That's how I like to do it. What's going on? In my mind, I'm thinking there's opportunities for buying here because the weekly investors who've been trading this week, even though it's early doors, they came in, gapped up, as in maybe not gapped up, but they drove the market up overnight relative to prior week's value area. There's definitely buying coming relative to where weekly value was last week. Swing traders are looking to drive this market up. You know, these sort of short-term 2 to 3 days potentially are looking to drive this up.